The threat of a railroad strike has eased. After a final push of 20 hours of negotiations, railroads and rail worker unions agreed, finally, averting a stoppage that would have tangled the delivery of everything from food to humans. The economically crippling strike was averted just a day before it was set to start. The deal includes an immediate 14% pay bump, annual bonuses, and a cap on employee health care costs. Labor Secretary Marty Walsh participated in the negotiations and delivered the news to the president at 2 a.m.
With this agreement, railroad companies will be able to retain and recruit workers. They'll be able to continue to operate effectively as a vital piece of our economy. This agreement is validation what I've always believed. Unions and management can work together for the benefit of everyone.
CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes joins me with more now. Nancy, what was the real sticking point that had to get resolved to get to yes?
John, the sticking point had to do with paid and unpaid leave. The argument that the railroad workers were making is that because of the way that the railroads operate, where they go on these long trips, often the rail operators wouldn't look very kindly on these workers taking time off, especially time off for a medical emergency. They said they would get points against them, and sometimes they'd get fired. So they were looking for assurances in this contract that they'd be able to take a little bit more paid leave, and also that they could take unpaid leave if they needed to go see a doctor. Now, obviously, this is challenging for the rail operators. They go on these long trips, and if someone suddenly in the middle of that trip says that they need to step off the train, it's difficult to replace them, and that's why this negotiation had dragged on for as long as it did, because this is a request that the rail company simply didn't want to have to grant.
So it dragged on, and then it came to a dramatic conclusion there. Why was the White House so involved, and how involved was President Biden?
The White House was so involved because the consequences of a rail strike would have been so enormous. An estimated $2 billion hit to the U.S. economy every single day. About 30% of the nation's freight goes by rail. So we're talking about food, we're talking about auto parts. GM, as a matter of fact, was already putting in place a plan to shut down some of its plants if it couldn't get the auto parts that it needed. And so this was a really dire situation. No rail strike has taken place on a president's watch since 1992. And in this case, we're talking about a president who has frequently billed himself as the most pro-union president ever. So he did get involved. His administration, for starters, his Secretary of Labor, his Secretary of Transportation were very intimately involved in the negotiations. And in the closing hours, the president himself called in by phone to try to nudge the two sides to a conclusion. And it wasn't really until the middle of the night, after Labor Secretary Marty Walsh told me that he wouldn't allow the leaders on the two sides to leave the room. They were starting to get tired. They said, let's meet again in the morning. And he said, oh, no. I've had 20 cups of coffee. I'm here all night, and you're not leaving either. Basically, it sounded like he waited them out until they got so exhausted that they finally agreed to meet on these last few outstanding issues, and they cut a deal.
When in doubt, lock the door. Let me switch tracks here for a second, Nancy. President Biden on Friday will meet with the families of WNBA star Brittany Griner and Marine veteran Paul Whelan. Both of them are being held in Russian jails right now. Is the president going to be able to offer them anything other than his concern?
Publicly, the White House press secretary said today there are no updates on the status of negotiations to get both Griner and Whelan home. So she insisted that the president finally agreeing to meet with these families after months of those families publicly and privately pushing for this meeting. She said there's no major significance to it. It's not as if there is some new milestone that has been met. She said the president simply wanted to show these families that their loved ones are still top of mind and a big priority for this White House. But, you know, this has been something that's kind of been hanging over this White House for some time because those families have been so public about their frustration that they haven't been able to get a meeting like this with the president before now.
Nancy Cordes at the White House. Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome.